Federal boots just hit the ground on America's most notorious prison island, not for a tour, for an inspection. Secretary Alcatraz announcing plans that would make liberals lose their mind. The rock that once held Al Capone could house fentanyl traffickers and violent illegals again. They're testing the feasibility, checking the cells, planning renovations. While sanctuary cities protect gang members with Biden-era loopholes, Trump's team prepares the ultimate response. Federal judges who block deportations overruled. Convention against torture protections for killers under review. The border's already secured at historic levels, and now they're preparing a place for those who slip through. The message is clear. America is done playing nice with predators. So here's what happens next. And just as America's infrastructure needs rebuilding after years of sanctuary city decay, your body needs rebuilding too. You know, as we age, our collagen production declines, leading to wrinkles, sagging skin, and weakened joints. While Trump's team renovates Alcatraz to restore law and order, you can restore your body's function. By age 40, collagen drops significantly, breaking down your strength just like open borders broke down our security. That's why I use ageless multi-collagen. 5 types from 4 clean sources, no GMOs or artificial ingredients. You can get 51% off at healthwithgary.com today, including free shipping and a 60-day guarantee. Rebuild yourself while we rebuild America. So we got some big news breaking in the ICE world. The ICE is breaking. ICE apparently now been granted access to Medicaid data, allowing them to track down illegals using the address their welfare checks are being sent to, according to the Associated Press. They're going to make it real easy. Illegals milking our tax dollars are now on the fast track to deportation. How nice. Oh, and here is the Mexican word of the day, climate. Yeah. Climate. Gonna build a wall? Can claim. You gotta love the memes. Love the memes. We also have this from Orange County, California. That's where Alcatraz is. A resident, Nick Torres, torching illegals so badly that the meeting is adjourned. Holy cow. You got to love these meetings. Holding an American flag, wearing his red MAGA hat, not holding back. Let's see what Nick Torres has to say.
In the United States, I know most of you are probably from Mexico where you don't have the First Amendment, but that's something we have here where we have the right to freedom of speech. And I just wanted to say something too. It's true, you guys don't have a First Amendment, you don't have respect for civil liberties or rights, but that's okay, I'm speaking, thank you. So anyways, the point I'd like to make here is a couple things. One, these people here are, passionately talking about ICE agents coming into their communities and you don't know their identities. Well, you know who we really don't know the identities of? Any of the illegal aliens who've been in our country for the past 60 years. Yeah, how about when you see the farm worker, is that going to be like the same farm worker that murdered Molly Tibbetts? Yeah, how do you know when the Honduran fruit seller is out there? How do you know he didn't rape one of the many women who came up here? According to the Univision study done in 2015, 80% of women who come to this country are trafficked and raped. Think about that. How do we know they're not one of those rapists? How do we know one of those rapists?
Excuse me.
So that's the first thing.
Talk.
That's the first thing. I think ICE should be allowed to act with impunity. I think they should go to every Home Depot. I think they should go to every school, every quinceañera, and build the wall and deport every single one of these guys, because they don't make our country great. They make it worse. They bring it down. They use public services, and Americans are sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of it in our country. So let me say this, too. They don't know the identities of these ICE agents. We don't know any of the identities of these murderers coming into our country, these rapists. Let me also say this, too. This same city council in Costa Mesa, if you vote to make these people take their masks off, this was the same city that was arresting people for refusing to wear masks during COVID. So now what is it? Now what is it? When we want to enforce the law and take our country back, you want to put the men in danger? Is that what you want to do? No. And let me mention this. Let me end on this. Let me end on this. Let me end on this.
Let's hear it.
Let me end on this.
Excuse me, let's hear the man.
Let me say this. You know, people are out here quoting Martin Luther King, who was a plagiarist and a rapist. They're out here saying other things. I'm gonna give a quote. I'm gonna give a quote from Jay, who signed the Treaty of Paris in our American Revolution, and from Federalist Number 2. With equal pleasure, I have as taken often notice that Providence has been blessed to give this country to one united people, a people descended from the same ancestors, speaking the same language, professing the same religion, attached to the same principles of government, very similar in their manners and customs, and who, by their joint councils, arms, and efforts, fighting side by side throughout a long and bloody war.
That's your 3 minutes. That's your 3 minutes, sir. That's your 3 minutes. That's your 3 minutes. That's your 3 minutes.
In the United States, I know most of
Orange County resident Nick Torres. My hat is off to you, sir. Well done. Well done. Okay, let's go to the Alcatraz matter. This is in the press briefing room earlier today. Our cameras were there to capture it all. Alcatraz going to be open up again. And, well, who will be ending up there?
Administration to
The other question for you is on Bondi and Burgum's trip today to Alcatraz. I'm curious what the funding is going to look like for that and who the president does want to see incarcerated there if it were to become.
Sure. Well, this was an idea of the president. He spoke about it in May, and he directed his administration to review a reopening plan for Alcatraz if possible, which is why the Attorney General and the Secretary of Interior have traveled there today. They are touring the site, and if the Alcatraz prison is reopened, it would be under the purview of the Bureau of Prisons. And the Secretary of Interior also would play a big role in this as well. So they're there to review the site today, and I'm sure you'll hear more from them on it later.
Oh, yeah, baby, let's go. Open up Alcatraz. We also have this from the press briefing room today. When asked if Trump would veto Representative Salazar's amnesty bill, here's what Karoline Leavitt had to say.
Legislation. Congresswoman Salazar introduced legislation that would give some illegal immigrants in the country a path to citizenship. 10 Republicans signed on to what she's calling the Dignity Act. I'm curious what the White House's position is on the legislation and if the president would veto this bill if it made it to its desk.
From my understanding, the White House nor the president has actually read through legislation. We focused on, of course, the One Big Beautiful Bill, which passed, which is another historic accomplishment of this president in record time. The Genius Act this week, the rescissions package, that's been the focus of the White House. But the president has made it very clear he will not support amnesty for illegal aliens in any way.
No amnesty. If you remember, we were talking about what was being called soft amnesty. Now we're hearing no amnesty. Here she is delivering the message of total success.
In this room, the complete and total success at our southern border that many in the media in this room continue to ignore is another example of the president keeping his word to families who have lost loved ones due to fentanyl, and it's another win for the American people. Customs and Border Protection just released the final operationalized stats for the month of June, and I must highlight some of these incredible numbers. There were only 6,072 Southwest apprehensions, in 15% lower than the previous record that this president set in the month of March. To put that in perspective, the Biden administration routinely saw the same number of encounters in a single day. And on many days, that number was more than 10,000 apprehensions at the southwest border. There were also 0 illegal aliens released along the southwest border for the second consecutive month in a row. President Trump promised to end the illegal alien invasion, and he has delivered on that promise to the American people in record time. The complete and total success at our southern border that many...
Total success, baby. Let's keep going. Here we have Stephen Miller, one of my favorite members of the administration. talking about nobody has the right to invade our country.
Every illegal alien fan.
And
nobody has the right.
Going friend at the Orange County City Hall.
To invade our country. Nobody has the right to invade our country, fill up our emergency rooms, take our health care, take our jobs, take our tax dollars, live an entire life on free welfare. You know, every illegal alien family that Joe Biden and his party imported into this country that has 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids, who do you think is paying for their health care? Who do you think is paying for their education? Who do you think is paying for their food, their shelter, their housing, all of the working and middle class of this country? Nobody has the right.
Okay, Secretary Doug Burgum, 8 hours ago, has this to report. Spent the day at Alcatraz Island, a National Park Service site, to start the work to renovate and reopen the site to house the most dangerous criminals and illegals. This administration is restoring safety, justice, and order to our streets. Holy cow, man. The Rock is getting reopened. Look at them touring the Rock. It's happening. Here's more on Alcatraz. Here's Doug Burgum, Secretary Burgum at Alcatraz Island.
Alcatraz is the brand known around the world for being effective at housing people that are in incarceration, and so this is something that we're here to take a look at. It's a federal property. Its original use was a prison, and so part of this would be to test the feasibility about returning it back to its original use. Alcatraz.
Oh, I think they could do it easy. Sacramento, California immigration enforcement operation leads to the arrest of 10 illegals, including an aggravated felon with a conviction.
Several different as soon as we pulled up to a local Home Depot out here, suspected illegal immigrants started taking off running in all different directions as soon as they saw federal agents. That led to several different foot pursuits as agents were down and arresting them. Ultimately saw about 10 different people being arrested by those federal agents, and Border Patrol telling us that records checks came back on one of the guys already, showing that he is an aggravated felon with a prior conviction for fentanyl trafficking. Then take a look at this video. This was a guy who said he was a U.S. citizen fleeing from federal agents after they say he slashed the tires on one of their vehicles. You'll see him running away. He then gets taken to the ground and he tangles with agents while he's on the ground. It appeared he kind of lunged at one of them. And you'll see the aftermath of that. Take a look at this picture right here. Those federal agents ended up macing that man in his face, took him into custody and took him away. His wife was yelling at agents the whole time, saying he's a U.S. citizen. The agent said, too bad, he slashed one of our tires. And then take a look at these photos here. We do have photos of the vehicle that had the tire slashed. There was one puncture mark. It quickly deflated, and the agents had to drive out of the area on their rims. We caught up with the Border Patrol chief out here in charge of this operation. We asked him, why did he decide to come here to Sacramento? Here's what he had to say.
There is no sanctuary city. Sacramento is not a sanctuary city. The state of California is not a sanctuary state. There is no sanctuary anywhere. We'll be here. You'll probably see us in many other locations as well. We're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We're going to effect this mission and secure the homeland.
Secure the homeland. That's what we need to do. And they're doing it every day. Here we have more. Democrats clearly weren't prepared for M. Howell tweets. This.
Very straightforward, yes or no. Do you support this type of treatment of human beings?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. All the other Democrats haven't asked a question, so I kind of wasn't paying attention. Can you restate it?
Okay. The detention center facility conditions in this country are atrocious. Women are being harassed. They're being dehumanized. In Arizona, they were forced to march outside in 120-degree heat until somebody fainted. I have visited these detention centers as part of oversight responsibilities. I know you're a big fan of oversight. Do you think that is acceptable treatment of human beings by the United States of America?
For illegal aliens to be detained throughout their immigration proceedings, yes, I think it's the law.
To be treated in
I'm not taking your word for it.
Okay. On top of that, 17 million Americans were just cut off of health care thanks to the vote of all of the Republican colleagues over here. Meanwhile, Republicans just gave more money to ICE and DHS to the tune of $170 billion. It's now one of the funded agencies in the world, about 16th or 17th in terms of what a military would look like for other countries. Again, you talked about the importance of oversight, Mr. Howell. Do you believe that members of Congress are legally allowed to conduct oversight of ICE detention facilities?
As we've written extensively, the Oversight Project, because we're trying to help keep your colleagues out of jail, like Representative McIver, who was indicted. I misspoke when I said she was arrested. You as an individual member do not have oversight authority. Oversight authority by the rules of the House flows through the House to the chairman, and that right now is held by the majority. So
It is
despite the
legally
statute
allowed.
that you cite,
Mr.
it's going to
Howell,
end up with more
reclaiming my
Democrats
time.
clogging our
Reclaiming
jails.
my time.
I want to keep you out of jail.
Claiming my time. Thank you. It is actually legal for members of Congress to go to detention center facilities that are operated by our government and to conduct oversight. That actually is legally allowed.
That is incorrect.
We also know that the Trump administration is funneling billions and billions of dollars to private for-profit prisons. I heard today $6 billion to NGOs that you all are so concerned about. The private prison companies in this country, like Core Civic and Geo Group, are making billions of dollars in profits because of the massive, and stunning corruption. They gave billions of dollars to elect Donald Trump. Now we're making sure that they make billions of dollars. And speaking of sheer corruption and cover-ups for the ultra-wealthy, Mr. Howe, I know you have spent quite a lot of time talking about the importance of releasing the Epstein files, but now you're hurting Trump talking points about being a Democratic hoax. I'm wondering if yes or no.
What did I say?
Do you support the?
No, what if I parroted
Do you support
about it being a hoax?
It's a yes or no. Do you support?
No, it's not. You said something false. I'm asking you to cite what you said, which is clearly false, because I've not said what you said.
Mr. Howell, my question is, do you support the public release of the Epstein files?
My answer is written in the op-ed in the Blaze,
yes
which
or
you
no?
can read.
Yes or no?
Listen, ma'am, I am trying to answer
It's
your
a yes or
question.
no,
You are
Mr.
lying to the American people
I'm asking you a
in your
simple
misstatements. You
question.
just told a lie in this committee
Mr.
room.
Howell,
I'm
do
trying
you-
to clear up the record.
It's very simple.
I am trying, if you let me speak.
Okay. Do you
I think the
support it?
public deserves way more transparency than we've got. I've written that. You've accused me of parroting another
It would be
talking point,
wonderful
which I have not. Bring the receipts. You're lying, and everybody knows it.
Mr. Howell,
The gentleman will suspend. The gentlelady's time
It's a
has
yes or no question.
the gentlelady's time has expired.
So, Mr.
She has expired indeed. Keeping on the theme here, Clay Higgins, NGOs and their be prepared to find yourselves in orange jumpsuits, he says. Sue knows best. I certainly hope so. The Trump administration already rescued 35,000 trafficked children who are being interviewed and recorded for future charges against their traffickers. And we're buffering. Okay. I have to come back to that. Here's more from Stephen Miller.
Aliens have always been treated. Look, at every turn, illegal aliens have always been treated better than Americans. The difference is, in this administration, they're getting a ticket out of America so that we can take care of our own people. Do you have any idea how many resources will be opened up for Americans when the illegals are gone? No more waiting in line at an emergency room? No massive traffic in Los Angeles? Your health insurance premiums go down? Your public school classroom size will shrink dramatically. They have more time to educate every student. You won't have to compete for public benefits. If you're down on your luck, you're having a hard time, and you do need to get support from the government, you're not going to be in line behind millions of illegal aliens from the third world. This is going to be such a gift to the quality of life of everyday Americans, Jesse. It's hard to even express the wonders that await for all this country.
The wonders that await. Oh, let me see if I can play this. That Fox video of all the illegals running reminds me of this guy. I don't know.
They're all over there looking for work because none of them are here legally. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over there and fuck with them a little bit. Look at them. Just look at them over there, just standing there like animals. Oh, let me work, let me work. I feel like the crocodile hunter. Hopefully one of them will speak English. Otherwise, I don't know how to communicate with them. This is gonna be fun. Hey, how you guys doing?
You looking for some workers?
Yes, we are.
How much?
I am. About $60 for the day.
Okay.
Is that good? I need you guys to build. Yeah. Okay. Good job. I need help to build a deck.
Okay, está bien.
Does that work?
Vamos.
So I'll take all you guys.
Vamos.
Hop in. Just hop in.
Súbanse.
Oh no. Oh no, not in the front. I washed the cab. I need you guys to get in the back.
¿Atrás?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Oye, güey, ¿dónde nos están llevando?
Okay, settle down, you guys. I'm gonna close this on you.
¿Dónde?
Now we have fun. Over speed bump. Watch out. Hold on, Beaners. Sorry about that. I didn't see it. I didn't see the bump. Oh, there's another one. I'm sorry. The great thing about Beaners is they are always willing to work. Always. That's what they're good at. They're good at working and having babies. They think they're coming over to my house to fix my deck. What they don't know is that we're not going to my house. We're going somewhere else. I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but we'll be there in a minute. Oh, sorry, I just swerved. Sorry. You guys okay?
¿Estás perdido, güey? ¿Vas a comprar comida?
Okay, yeah. I don't know what the fuck you just said. Macarena, something like that. I don't know. So we're almost there. You get ready for this. La migra! There's 6 of them right here! I got them! That's so much fun! Fucking beaners! They scattered! So that's what I do every couple weeks, just to get rid of, thin out the herd a little bit, make sure they don't overpopulate. Hey, Beaner. Hey, you had a good time there, huh? No. Hey, settle down.
Ari Schaefer, that was a prank he pulled about 12 years ago. This was posted. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Okay, continuing right along here. I think we've got cover it all here. Let's take a listen to what Tom Homan's saying here.
His name went. Well, look, I'm shocked this guy didn't change his name, went into hiding. I mean, he has blood on his hands. I can't believe he's actually admitting to be a Biden border advisor because based on his advice, we had historical immigration. They took the most secure border we ever had in Trump 45 and unsecured on purpose, which caused a historic increase in sex trafficking of young women and children. It caused 400 security threats arrested at the border. It caused 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl, an historic record. Over 4,000 migrants died across that border, an historic record. They broke a lot of records. They were all bad. And in the very end, they said, well, we dropped immigration by 70%. No, they didn't. He's probably the advisor. Create the CHMV program, Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Haiti. Let's bring 30,000 a month into the airports. Then let's open up the CBP, bring thousands in every day. We can say the illegal entries are down. They just played a shell game. I wonder if he advised Trump. I mean, did he advise Mayorkas and Kamala Harris and Biden to keep saying the border's secure? We know it wasn't secure. President Trump secured this border, the highest level ever, in 7 weeks. He took the most unsecured border we've ever seen with all these historic numbers and secured it in 7 weeks, President Trump.
7 weeks. Well, if you got value from this report, subscribe. My final thought is next. This is about reclaiming American sovereignty. For decades, violent criminals laughed at our justice system. Gang members who murdered Americans got protection under international treaties. Fentanyl dealers walked free in sanctuary cities while poisoning our kids. Child predators received Biden-era shields from deportation, but those days are over. Whether Alcatraz fully reopens or not, the message is clear. America's finished doormat. Tom Herman securing the border in 7 weeks. Stephen Miller promises every illegal gets a ticket out. Border Chief Bovino declares no sanctuary anywhere. This isn't just policy. It's a promise to every American family destroyed by open borders. So the question is, should convicted foreign gang members serve time on Alcatraz before deportation? Drop a yes or no in the comments below. And show your support for real border security with Next News merch, linked in description. Pick out your favorite member of the administration in our American Badass series. Support Alligator Alcatraz as well. Or you can help us expose President Otto Penn and trigger a liberal at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.